One of the biggest questions that we always get asked is, how do I get into this lifestyle? Like, how do we start this lifestyle? I wanted to start this lifestyle. What do you say, babe?
I think from somebody like when we first jumped in and which things that I have known, I always tell couples to download some apps. Maybe plan a weekend with your spouse away, to like Las Vegas or some town near you that has a club, and go and just see how you feel. Make sure you've had those conversations. What about it turns you on? What part of the lifestyle you want to join? And just go start to observe. Start slow. You do not need to jump in like balls to the wall, full swap, anything like that. Like just go and observe the different dynamics and the people and how you feel, when a guy or a girl's checking out your wife, or all of a sudden you see a girl over there like flirting with your husband. Like, how does that make you? And then have conversations about that and make sure, and you could tell people like, hey, we're just new, we're just here to check it out. But and then make sure you're having those conversations. Be like, that made me feel a little uncomfortable. Like, I just got this icky feeling when that girl was rubbing your arm, and I don't know why. So
learn to be really just open with your partner. Just be really honest with your partner, and realize that you and your partner, like, sitting in bed talking about this stuff is one thing. And like, her and I can sit in bed and we can talk about like hot stuff, and man, this would be fun. But to see your partner actually engaging in some of the stuff that maybe you've talked about is different. And reality is different than imagination and fun. And in the comfort and safety of your own bed with just the two of you tucked under covers, it's so different.
Yeah.
So go at your own pace and don't rush anything.
Yeah, and don't think you need to play like you see other people playing. Don't think that you have to have the same boundaries as other people. If something doesn't feel good or feel right, like, that's okay. And I think that's the number one thing. Or people are like, well, but that's what all the other swingers on social media are doing. That's what I need to do. And that is so far from the truth. And you cannot assume that everybody is doing what you think you see online. But yeah, just start so slow, and even just download a few apps and just get in some group conversations and see how you feel. Like, maybe exchanging a photo or two, or like having that, and even another newbie couple, like, just, hey guys, like, we're new too.
Or even just when you see your partner flirting with somebody for the first time, it's all a new experience. So I think, like, embrace each experience, and then especially every new experience, look at your partner and talk about the experience of how you felt, how it made you feel, and be honest and don't hold back, because I've been guilty even of that. Like, I will hold back some and I don't fully tell, and she knows me well enough, and she'll look at me and go, okay, what's wrong? Yeah. And she has the right to be irritated because I already had the opportunity to be open and honest with her, and now I held back. So in a way, you do even help your own relationship come out of its shell.
And it takes time. Like, it's taken us years to get to this point where I could feel comfortable being like, that made me feel icky. And just being like holding so true to my own boundaries and being so just open and honest immediately with Eric. Like, I think it's okay for this to take time. You don't have to go 0 to 100.
No, and you can go from 100 back to 0 anytime.
You can jump in, you can jump out. You can take breaks, you can change your boundaries, you can decide you don't like something. Like, that's all okay. It's supposed to just be fun, and if it doesn't feel good, don't do it. You don't owe anybody anything or an explanation.
You don't, and this should be, your relationship is the priority.